Hey, so I'm going to be trying something new here, reviewing books for the TikTok. And the first book I'm going to be talking about is a very controversial one for those who may not be comfortable with books that challenge you. I'm, of course, speaking of The Laws of the Skies by Grégoire Courtois. I hope I'm saying that right. Book is about a group of preschoolers who go on a camping trip with their kids, with their teachers, but one of the kids ends up being a little psychopath and starts murdering everyone, starting with the adults, and then he starts basically hunting down the other kids. So I feel that if I had not read this other book called Playground by Aaron Beauregard, I would not have been mentally prepared to handle all the death that befalls all these poor children. So fortunately, I guess that prepared me for all the madness that happened in this book. But let's see, what can I say about it? It was a very short book, right there, pretty thin. The problem is that you could definitely tell that it was translated from French to English, because a lot of the descriptions are very elegant, and you could tell that the elegance of the French language kind of transfers over to the English language, and I feel that it's way too descriptive sometimes, almost too elegiac. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, or poetic. Also, I would have probably believed the exchange of dialogue between these kids more if the kids were maybe a decade older, because I believe they're about maybe 6 or 7 years old, and they kind of talk, they like philosophize about life and death, and just as if they were like, you know, majors in college. So maybe that could have been alleviate a little bit of the fucked upness of this book if they weren't kids keep getting killed or accidentally killing themselves, which I hate to say was unintentionally funny, but you know, what can you do? But The Laws of the Skies is a pretty short read if you're into some fucked up books. You know, initially I kind of thought this book was going to be about like a school trip into the woods, and they encounter like mythical monsters. At least that's what I mean, because look, it even says once upon a time, and kind of looks like a fairy tale. But apparently, and even has the word ogre in the description. So I kind of was thinking like, oh, these kids are going to like run into some creepy monsters in the forest. But turns out the monsters were the humans after all. So, or just one little fucked up kid who, well, you'll see how that ends. But can I suggest this book? Yes, I can. If you can get past the elegant translation from French to English. At least I assume it's French, because Grégoire Courtois, that sounds French to me. But there is my first review for this TikTok. We're going to see how this goes going forward. Just another way for me to discuss things that I'm passionate about, and one of that is reading and books. So maybe the next book I'll review won't be as controversial, and maybe you could be interested in reading that one. So thanks for watching.